lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. I saw no shadow, I looked around, searched every building and home that I found. I saw no shadow, but felt the glow. The warmth inside me, it kept me afloat. It felt like heaven had found my bones and gave me comfort when I feel alone. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone. If I fall, break my bones, I will scream even louder. 'Cause I'm not dying alone. I lost my best friend to 23. She left her body and hovered above me. Best friend to 23. I heard the heavens crying above me. They gained an angel, I lost a friend. I felt like dying again and again. I went through hell, stared at death, but I keep fighting with each living breath. I saw no way out from where I stood. Felt like the fire had burned me through. Now you're gone, I'm alone. I guess it's time to get better. Through the pain, I will go alone.
Oh, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to another episode of the Aggressively Average Anglers podcast. Today's episode is all about crazy lures that actually work, which is interesting because it's a topic that we've not been too shy of. We've done many videos on these. We actually did. Do you remember this, Paul? The windy day, the blustery day.
How could I forget?
We caught, I think, one fish the whole day.
Did we catch one?
I caught one on a net. It was a pig jigs. I caught him on a pig jigs.
That's right. That's
wasn't
right.
even the baits that we were fishing, but you guys, we did a video a while back where we just took a whole bunch of the craziest baits that we had in our arsenal. We're like, we've been sitting on these forever. We haven't really fished them. Do they even work? So we just wanted to test out the action. It was not a good day of fishing, so we didn't really get to. Yeah, horrible. We didn't put them fully to the test. A lot of them do still need another chance on the water, I would say. That said, yes, some of them don't. Some of them are the skitter lizard, and they will not be returning to the water.
Many do not need any day.
Many are like, I'm good, I'm out, thank you. But you know, it got us thinking. There's a lot of crazy lures out there that do work. We just did a video on the motorboat from 13 Fishing. Really cool lure that actually works. But you look at it and you look at the original price, and you're like, I'm out. No, thank you. The new, they're all on clearance now. They're like $5. It's a no-brainer to me. I'm gonna go buy like 6 more. As many as I can. I think the only place I could really find it was like Discount Tackle, but I'm gonna go order a few and keep them in stock. Like
that's really the only place.
That, as far as I could tell, I was looking up links for all these so we could look at them and maybe Chaz could show them if possible. But I also didn't prepare Chaz for that, so Chaz, don't worry about it. Ignore me. So let's dive right in. I think we need to start with the Knucklehead Bass Series finale,
which is technically
it's over. Not technically.
Finale completed.
Yeah. So we need to figure out who's lined up on these teams. And I'm waiting for Hoover to go ahead and message me. And now I can't even find the friggin' tournament.
I can't
find the friggin' tournament. There it is. Fruck.
That will not make the list of baits that we should keep fishing.
It did not even come close to this. Oh man, we're like buried down this list now. Okay, so here we go. So Team Flanders did take the dub for the last month of our thing, so we're dead even, 2-2. He bows for a tie
for my team.
I love it. So your team did break 100, which is great. So Steven Scott landed the 102.5 inches, right? Alfredo Nunez 96.75, and Charles Fox 91.5. Charles Fox took first on my team, 91.5, We had Michael Menges at 86.5 inches and Chris Rock at 86. So that's a wrap on the 4 months that we had for the Knucklehead Bass Series. Next up in November, we're all going to Alabama, and we're going to fish a big fish lake, one that I'm really excited to get a chance to go fish on with a plastic boat. You and I, have we fished out of a kayak down south?
No.
We haven't even touched on that on the show yet. We are northern fishers, and we have not gone fishing down south. So this will be interesting. I'm excited. We're bringing extra boats because we got the Crescents. So we should be stocked up with 4, I'm going to say. I'm gonna say we're gonna figure it out. We might have to get a trailer and some stuff. It's gonna be interesting, you guys. But I am excited for that. So there we go. That's all I got on the Knucklehead Bass Series. Shout outs to all the sponsors that help us run the show. Monster Bass is supplying a gift card for tonight. So end of the show, we will do a schmiv away as we usually do. $25 to monsterbass.com. So just stay tuned with us there. If any of your friends aren't in chat right now, you might want to invite them in. Because if they're over on that Monster Bass Live right now, I swear to gosh dang, if they don't transfer over from Rick's Live, he's probably blibber blabbing about golden tickets. No.
Well, he's
Mr.
probably not
Wish
wearing any pants.
I saw he was on with Mr. Wish I Was Fishing. So, I mean, dude's a legend.
You can go talk to him, but no one say anything to Rick.
But, you know, if you got enough of that podcast, like, come on back. Thanks for taking our podcast day again.
Is it really a podcast? Anyways. Cue the D. Let's transition to the question of the day. So this is spurred by me. I washed my truck for the first time yesterday. Wow. So my question is, what's an appropriate number of times or cadence for washing a truck? Not a car, not a nice car,
a truck,
not a minivan, a truck, an actual truck.
Okay, so 0. Correct.
Zero
times.
Let me set the stage. I had my truck for 3.5 years. First wash yesterday.
The first ever? I love that. See, I feel bad because I always get, like, I've been leasing my last 3 trucks.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I gotta take it back. So they get a wash like the day they go home to the dealership. So
you're like gonna let the little birdie fly, and you're like,
they detail it, they
down
give it to you. Yeah, they detail it, they give it to you. I take it home, I drive the crap out of it for 2 to 3 years. I bring it back, I wash it on the way to the dealership. I'm like, here you go.
Why do you do that?
Why would I wash it?
Yeah.
Oh, why would I clean it before I take it back to them? Yeah, you're right. I could do 0. I don't know.
They could not care less.
It's like, I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like, I just feel like here's my
like,
garbage.
Trying to hide your nastiness. Like, I'm gonna hide all the scuzz.
This thing for the last 2 years. Here you go. You're welcome.
I will say it does get the crap wash. When I get the oil change, they do a courtesy. It's not good though. They don't. They like spray it with a hose as it flies by to go get parked. Like, it's wet.
One guy's got a hairdryer out. He's like,
yeah, not even.
There you go.
It's like they throw 7 water balloons at it, and then it goes. But but I did do so. The inside, we were hauling logs out of the lake with my truck. And it was very swampy. So swampy. It's the stinkiest. It is the stinkiest the corner has ever been. It was horrific. It was just rotted grass from all those crazy winds that we had, that crazy storm, plus all the flooding. There were some dead shad in there, and there were 4 or 5 dead silver bass in there. So it smelled pretty, but it was rank. It was rank. And so I was like getting in and out of my truck. We pulled, cut up, it was 4 full cords, so that's 4 by 7 by 1 foot squares of cut wood. On top of all that, 2 completely full, past the top of the cap truckloads went to other people. And that was just 2 days work.
Wow. A
lot of wood. So yeah, I'm going to clean the interior of my truck also for the first time.
Pressure washing.
It's so bad. Yeah. I wish you could wash the inside of your truck with a hose. That seems like it's 2023. I know they all have iPads in them, but like it seems reasonable that you should be able to do that at this point.
Why is my iPad not waterproof in my truck? I'm just
wondering.
I'm just saying.
I'm paying enough for it.
Dealers. All right. So don't wash your trucks, folks.
Never.
Let's get into it. So we're talking about crazy lures today. These could be like, at first glance, gimmicky is another word that I think of. Like, oh, you see it and you're like, gimmick lure, straight up. The Fruck was a great example. The 13 Fishing Pathfinder was a great example. And the what was it? Lake
the
Fork
Dragonfly, the Hissy Fit, which I
Dragon...
happen to have. I'm holding it right here.
Yeah.
So you screw a rim on the back. It's a little wake bait. Yeah.
Keyword works well, right? Like, so we're looking for crazy lures. At first glance, gimmicky. They work well. And chat, I want to hear from you on this one because we got a few comments on YouTube. I want to hear what you guys are fishing where you're like, oh man, nobody likes this lure, but I love it. One example that we always bring up is the Lunker Hunt Phantom Spider, which I'm like now 50-50 on.
I know.
It's
I
okay.
just don't like getting crap for it all the time from people who have never fished it.
Also, that I was going to say, you got to put it to the test. It's, to me, like it's pretty specific in where it works. And like 100%. We had a day, we were just in a really good spot, right day,
We've
right
had
time,
multiple
right
times.
season. Yeah. Like we've made it happen a few times, a few spots. All right. So let me hear from you guys. What do you think? Yeah. Debo loves that. He loves hearing that. What you think your crazy lures are that people should be trying.
The Weston Twin Turbo.
Yeah, you look up some of these while we talk about this. So let me set the stage. There are certain brands that are extremely well known for this.
Lunker Hunt, Weston.
Weston's up there. Chase Baits. 13 Fishing. Savage
13
Gear.
Fishing. I don't know if I'm ready to give it to 13 Fishing.
Give what to 13 Fishing? What do you mean? You don't think that they make crazy lures? Of course they make crazy lures.
They do, but they're not
names in the game.
But they're not like, I don't think they're gimmicky on purpose. I think they just are what they are.
Oh, I'm not saying that they don't work. I'm saying that these crazy lures typically come from like these main
But there's a difference between making a dragon lure or a full bird and making like the
that dragon works.
That's not the same thing. I know. But you see, I mean, like, did they give it a lion's mane? No. Did they make the skitter lizard in neon green? No. Like, they're not responsible for that. But yes, they have the motorboat, which seems gimmicky. Like, I'll give you that. But I don't think it's the same vein. They didn't intentionally make, like...
What about the Pathfinder?
That's what the Pathfinder, it's just called the Pathfinder, and it happens to look like a torpedo. I think that's how...
weird.
It's just the design of it. I don't think it's necessarily the Pikachu lure. Like, they didn't make it Pikachu. It's not that bad.
So again,
I can't give it to 13.
They're gimmicky or just crazy. Like, they're just off the wall lures.
Skeleton lure is a good one.
It doesn't mean that they do or do not work.
Correct.
Right. The skeleton lure. You talk about the human baits.
Yes. The man baits.
The man baits. Yes. Those are interesting. Still got them on my shelf.
I never questioned whether or not they were dudes. Not once. I knew they were all dudes. Is that weird?
No. The picture that I posted of the dude flipped over next to a drop shot weight is still like our best Instagram post of all time.
Yes.
Of all time.
Yep.
Double caked up human man bait.
He is all chocolate.
Every time. It's so ridiculous. So I think we all know a lot of these brands. Like, we're familiar with this. There's a lot of baits that they're making that, in our opinion, straight up just don't work. Like, Lunker Hunt is notorious. It's not even 50-50 with them anymore.
Live Target, even.
It's 25-75. Oh, Live Target's another good one. But yeah, Savage Gear, companies like that, they make a lot of weird stuff, right?
Is the Headbanger Spitfire? I don't know if that's a gimmick. I think that's just the way that they make baits.
Rolling back to, well, that is kind of how they make baits, but yeah. So rolling back to the Weston Twin Turbo, right? It's a double propeller whopper plopper.
So I'm holding up a whopper plopper for folks who don't know. It's just a fish-shaped topwater, and the back fin is just a prop. And by prop, I mean like a spinny thing that kicks up water. And it is, I think it's a notorious fish catcher.
I mean,
it's like a known fish catcher. The Weston Twin Turbo is the same thing, but instead of one, it has like a two of the prop, and it's just more extreme. They also gave it only super lifelike colors, like 3D printed colors, and then they charge you $15 for it, $13.
So the Headbanger Spitfire is a multi-jointed swim bait that has Headbanger's staple piece, that little
patented front
wobble cup at the front.
Sort of
right?
like this. I'm holding up a wake bait, basically, and it's basically
But-
a piece of plastic in the front. This one is a little disjointed, but the idea is that it's just going to make it wiggle, and it's going to be higher up in the water column. But it's kind of like a wake bait.
Yeah, it is very interesting. I can't tell you how many times I almost bought that lure because it goes on sale a lot.
A lot.
If you guys were ever a part of like Carl's Bait and Tackle, the Carl's,
It's on
12,
there for $10
all the time.
All the time.
Just be patient. You'll get a chance. If you want to get it, it looks interesting. I might buy it at some point.
Someone tried to Cashed Bowl, which great name with the Xbox logo. Says he tried to write Buzz Plug, which I'm gonna look that up, I guess. But it came out.
You look that up. Yeah, you go ahead.
BUTT plug, and he goes, "Darn autocorrect! I meant Buzz Plug." And then someone goes, "Autocorrect just outed him." That's the best.
Rude.
Incredible.
So the Buzz Plug is what everybody thinks it is. It is very interesting looking.
It is insane. I want one super bad.
I mean, it's heading, right?
I think this is going to be the start of an order.
Or the Arbogast.
This is Arbogast.
Yeah. It is.
I need one of these. It's a turd, a tear-shaped turd
with a prop.
With like a spinning thing on the front, like blades on the front. I'm buying one right now.
Yep.
Should we get a rat color? I think is the color I want.
The first video that comes up for it is Bill Dance. So Bill Dance is approving the Arbogast Buzz Plug.
That's how you know it's bad. So do I buy the junior or the standard?
If you want to catch fish, junior.
So junior in black, rat, frog, or perch.
Perch. Yeah, I'm not even looking at it. I'm just going for it. Perch.
Add to cart. All right.
Add to cart. We're going to start a cart, you guys. We're going to start adding some of these things.
This is great, dude.
I love it. Wow. Thunderhawk makes some interesting ones. I wouldn't say that they make like an absolute ton of crazy lures. I think they got some good ones.
Or Headin'?
No, Thunderhawk. Feather Outdoors.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Thunderhawk. Yeah.
Thunderhawk. I just think Thunderhawk in general makes great stuff.
They do. I wouldn't put them into the crazy category. Lake Fork Trophy Lures makes a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, the Hissy Fit is interesting. We didn't like that it has the frog hook.
Okay. Like it just shouldn't. So I was thinking about replacing this. So I'm holding the Hissy Fit, you guys, again. It's just a snake head.
Yep.
And then there's like a screw at the back where you screw in your own worm. And so it makes a snake. It's pretty cool. And it wiggles back and forth. But it has a frog hook on it, like a legit giant frog hook. And I'm kind of wondering why. Like it just makes for a big hook set. That means you're just going to miss a lot of fish. And it doesn't, I mean, it's going to get inhaled maybe by a giant
fish.
But I'm kind of like, do I just want like a more stout treble hook that I can put in the bait and then have these two facing down? I mean, doing it this way does mean you are not going to get hung up in grass, which is kind of nice. I just don't know why it needs to be such a heavy duty hook. Like it doesn't, I was just kind of confused by that. So I don't love that, but the idea is freaking awesome. So I had no problem with it. And it fished really well. And this actually did catch a fish.
It did.
It's got like 3 different hits. So
it's also $11. I want to say.
Yeah.
$11.
I think it's pretty expensive for no reason. This is the smallest bait in the lineup.
It do be expensive. Oh, the other category that falls into crazy, and then we'll get into some of our picks for these lures, is JDM. Like if you're ever bored, just go on Tackle Warehouse, go to JDM, specifically the plastics, but also all the body baits. There's a lot of crazy ones. We've unboxed a few on the channel. Mega Bass.
I'm looking at.
Hey, well, I was going to say do you remember the Mega Bass hollow body that we have that has the prop on the back?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's got a wake lip at the front, or a jitterbug style lip. I mean,
and then multiple weights that you can change. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the Nishine, right?
That's like, the one I was thinking was the Nishine.
Oh, I was talking about hollow body one.
Yes, I'm with you now.
Yeah. So the Nishine is the albino is pretty insane, and they just made the junior version, which would actually be perfect. Like that's the one I actually want. I have the giant one. The giant one. It wasn't ideal. It's for where we fish, I would say.
No.
So let's get into some of our picks. I think you guys got a lot of great ideas here. I see a lot of depths, BFS, JDM. Exactly. We got some stuff. Don't worry.